Back. Capricorn. How y'all doing, boo-boos? Hope you all are doing well. I pulled some energy for you. Spirit want me to go live and do this reading. Before I download the messages, they want me to do it on the live. So, y'all get to witness me pull this energy out for you. Okay? Also, I feel like there's some rebuttal to Virgo's reading. Because one of the numbers that I use for Virgo to get their message showed back up. And it tells them to keep that same card. Okay. Alright. Guardian angels, ancestors, and spirit guides that appear divine white light, those that are here for my highest good and the highest good of my Capricorn collective. I ask that you come down and protect my energy, seal me from anyone meaning to send me harm, send any negative energy my way. Holy Spirit, I ask that you shield me in your armor. Archangel Michael, I ask that you point out my foes and reversals on 1,000 around this peace. With peace, love, and light. Thank you, Spirit. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Y'all can catch it on the replay. Alright. So. This is what I got. Alright. Got right here, number 62. It says karmic female. Someone is finding out that they have contracted a STD, or someone has an evil spirit attached to them, needs to get cleansed. Okay. They told me to keep that message. Also, another message I got. It says divine feminine are being asked to stand up and lead the way. For man has corrupted the natural law, and now it is time for the woman to lead and bring forth healing. I asked because there's some Bible references that they had me look at, okay? And it says this is, I asked a question about Egypt. And I'm going to read these verses to you. And that way you can see where I got this from. Alright. Trying to see if I can split my screen. I don't know how to do it. It ain't gonna work. Alright. It says, my father is joy. Okay, this is about two women. One of them is teaching the true way, and the other one is not. Okay, and that's this karmic energy over here. Okay, now. What I got was, because the question was, let me pull it back up. It says, let me make sure it's the right one. Nope, it's not the right one. Hold on, let me make sure I get the right one. This is it. What the heck changed? Wow, that's crazy. It gave me two totally different references than the other one that I had got. Well, we'll look them up because luckily I wrote them down. That's why Spirit had me write them down. Thank you, Spirit. See, Spirit working in the mysterious way. They told me to write them down. I ain't understand why because I was like, I can pull it back up. But nope, no, you can't. It changed. Oh, look at how that worked. Okay. Anyway, I got the message I needed. Okay. Anyway, it was saying that the reason why this, I'm gonna go back and read it, pull it up and read it. But it was saying I asked why, and it was saying the reason why they was punished is because they allowed man to take over. Man brought destruction, and woman kept the balance. The woman was the true ruler and the first teacher. Now man has removed her. Then they broke it down for me, okay? It says the true covenant, woman, man, child, mother, father, child, balance, stability, fruits of the earth, spirit. This is the true way, okay? The children are the fruits of the earth. The man is the stability, and the woman is the balance, okay? And this is a message coming through from spirit. It says that is the true way, okay? That's why things are out of balance, because the woman is not in her rightful position, okay? Man is taking woman, this I keep getting this message. Man is taking the woman out of her rightful position, and their ancestors are calling for the woman to be put back in her rightful position. Now I'm going to read you these scriptures I got. And they talking about Mary Magdalene, okay? Let's see. Let me back out of this. Go here. Alright, this is 1 Corinthians 12:28. It said, and God hath set some in the church, first, apostles, secondarily, prophets, thirdly, teachers. After that, miracles, then gifts of healing, helps, governments, and diversities of tongue. Meaning that the Most High has placed his disciples in different parts of in humanity, whether they're in the church, whether they're prophets, whether they're teachers, whether they're miracle workers, healers, you name it, they're out here in the government. And they all speak from different tongues. So for those of you who got a problem with tarot reader, that's why this reference came up. And Spirit wanted me to address that, okay? Because whoever this karmic Capricorn was that got in my comments, she's really not a Capricorn sun. She's a Aquarius sun, okay? She's got Capricorn strong in her chart, all right? It says that while you're casting your judgment, you need to do your really while you claim putting scripture out there. This is one they want you to go look at. It's called 1 Corinthians 12:28. And God has set some in the church. He set some in the church. First apostles, secondarily prophets, thirdly teachers, after that miracles. And you got a lot of miracle workers out here, honey. Then gifts of healing, helps, governments, diversities of tongues. This is how his people are spread it out. So those of you got problem with tarot reader, okay, so go check that out. All right. Now, you know, when since we're talking about scriptures, you know, when Jesus supposedly took Mary Magdalene in, it says, when the people heard this, they were cut to the heart and said to Peter and the other brothers, what shall we do? Why is they allowing the woman to leave? See, that's what that was about. They didn't like the fact that they was allowing the woman in. Okay? Now, this is what they breaking down. Yeah, right. Nope. And this will be the punishment of Egypt and all the nations that do not go up to celebrate the Feast of the Tabernacles. I asked Spirit, what was the Tabernacles? What was all that about? And they was talking about the Trinity, how the true Trinity was. That's when they broke it down with Mother, Father, Child, the true Trinity. Okay? That's what they want to talk about right there. All right? Now, I'm going ahead and see what else they got out here. They got a bunch of numbers. They told me to go live and do this. Okay. Just for y'all confirmation. Am I on the right track, Spirit? Yes. Okay. Where did it go? I just had this set up, and how did it disappear?
Oh, you did be playing.
Let's see. There we go. There it goes. Thank you. All right. 42. I said 42, not 46. Yes, I did hit 6. My Father is the light. Okay, this is about some ancestors wanting to y'all to understand these groups, your families, these head of households, uh, some of y'all grandfathers, your forefathers. The originators, patrons of class. A lot of y'all are under benevolence protection. These readers and all of God's people who does His work is protected by benevolence, by the benevolence, and they all have protection around them. And Spirit is saying that y'all need to come to terms and respect and honor them, because y'all all have a ruler in chief. Okay. We all have an individual father who we go to, whether whoever you pray to, whatever your religion, whatever your belief is. To knock another person's belief is really futile, because we're going into a point where when we pray, we're praying to the same source. Unless you're doing some dark shit. If you want dark, low vibrational energy, then who the hell you think you're praying to? Because you ain't praying to the Most High. Okay? Now, back to the tongues. A lot of people try to judge His people because of their backgrounds, because of how they speak, because of how they look. But see, He'll pick one of the ones that you would least expect to speak for Him. Okay? And that's what's going on here. Okay? A lot of people don't believe that tarot readers has been called to speak for God or the Most High or the universe, or however you call it. Okay? It all bounces back to the same source as long as you're praying to the ones of above, of a higher being, a divine being. But if you're praying to those lesser beings, then who you think answers you? Okay? You got to know who you praying to. And that is what's going on here. There's Capricorns that's being judged by other karmic ass Capricorns. Okay? Myself included. I'm being judged by karmic Capricorns. Okay? There's other readers that's being attacked by these same entities. I call them entities because they're low vibrational. Okay? They wouldn't know they Heavenly Father if He was standing in their face. Damn. Come on through, ancestors. A lot of this stuff that these karmics believe has been passed down from their people. and their forefathers. And there's a lot of lies that ain't been told. The truth ain't been told on, okay? Yeah, from unused words, the truth ain't been spoken. Okay? So that's what they talking about. It's time for the truth to come out. It's for the time for the forefathers, the children of the forefathers, to come forth and speak their truth on all the lies that they put out here to make people believe other than what was the truth. The only way y'all gonna restore the balance and fix the problem between man and woman, black and white, the truth gotta be spoken. The truth gotta be spoken. It's time to right your wrongs, okay? Father, in a literal and immediate or figurative or remote application, chief, for father. For the fatherless. Oh, some of them are about to come fatherless. Like I said, there's a people out here that are fatherless because they don't believe. They don't have no protection around them. And all of those who know the truth of their forefathers and the lies of their forefathers, and yet you keep sitting on that truth and not sharing that truth, keeping your mouth shut, you pay for your forefathers' sin. Oh, shit. This shit's getting deep. They're talking about how y'all not keeping shit holy no more. That the people that are being oppressed shouldn't have to suffer the things that they have suffered. That it's time to return them back to their rightful glory. But y'all refuse to tell the truth. Y'all shut up the doors. Y'all shut up the doors and you sit on the porch like you ain't done shit. And they saying, nope, it's time to open up. Let it out. This is an offering that the Most High is giving y'all to create peace. To correct the sins of your forefathers. And y'all take it how it resonates. Thank you. It's time for the man to respect the woman and put the woman back in her place. Yeah, these people that your forefathers that came before us, they told a lot of lies against people and countries, against great kingdoms, and caused a lot of war and evil on earth. That's why the Most High is setting his people up again, putting them in position. Whether they tarot readers, school teachers, preachers, the ones that truly work for the Most High. He's putting them back in place to preach these truths. And if you ain't speaking the truths and you know the truths, then you out here false prophecy. Spirit saying y'all need to walk the straight line. Those that seek to enter. Those that seek to have a table prepared for you. You need to learn how to walk a straight line and speak your truth. Quit hiding truth. Thank you, Spirit. Moving on. Next number. Those who serve God speaks to God directly. And they call in reference to Psalms 82. The mighty ones, the chosen ones. All of the people in power that's not speaking their truth, not being honest, they about to tear it down. It's about to be destroyed. But it's time for y'all to speak your truth. As long as you're speaking your truth, you're forsaking yourself. You're not seeking thy Father by staying and holding these lies, keeping this lie. That's why the ones in power about to get destroyed. That's a yes. They finna tear down these systems because they ain't working right. They ain't fair. They ain't fair, and they forgetting about the people. They're forgetting about the people, and then on top of that, they built all this shit on lies, and they not telling the truth. And they know the truth, and they keep hiding the truth. The truth coming out, whether they want it to or not. They waking them up. Yeah, they feel like the people are lowly and insignificant, and that shit. They finna stop it. They said that shit is sad. It's causing the balance to droop. Thinking people supposed to bow their heads to them when they don't want to support the people. Ooh. And casting judgment on people because they have different roots, different backgrounds, different structures. Spirit said they give you enough rope. They give you enough rope. Yeah. They give you enough rope to hang yourself. Soon you ain't gonna have no room to receive anything else that you got. Because you're being greedy. This is about greed. Gluttony. Don't want to open the doors to let other people grow and have things. They want to have it all to themselves. But those of you who are not selfish, those of you who are doing good for humanity, those of you who are being the light in the world, y'all gonna receive joy. But these people, the greedy energy, the selfish energies, these karmics that don't want to learn, don't want to do their thing, the right thing, they finna suffer. They about to stumble. Huh? Damn. The ones in power, their roots shall become like rotten. Be rotten. There's trunks. If they picture a tree trunk, the roots are rotting under their feet. And those that's been on the bottom, I said this when I first started my channel. Those who were on the top about to be on the bottom. And those who were on the bottom about to be on the top. And I keep trying to tell y'all better get it right, get it in order, correct the balance. Reinstate the true law. Man, come on. Alright. That was the message. That part. See what else they want to talk about. The world is out of balance. Man is out of balance. Woman is out of balance. Child is out of balance. If we ain't in balance of ourselves, how can we lead and govern our children to bring us a brighter future? We can't. You got to heal. You got to correct your past from your past mistakes. All that. In order to heal, you got to correct your past mistakes. You got to take ownership of your bullshit. And if you ain't taking ownership of your motherfucking bullshit, then you one of the ones for the fall down. Peace and blessings, y'all. I ain't even see y'all up in there. I was just going. Take ownership. Correct the mistakes. Right the balance. That's all I keep hearing. Right the balance. Restore the peace. Restore the peace. Man and woman need to heal. This battle between man and woman has gone on for too long. This battle between the races has gone on too long. It's time for mass healing on this earth. What that? woman has been titled as hoe, thought, bitch, slut. She has not been in her rightful position. And she is the one that raised up the children. She needs to be righted, put back on her throne. There's still time. I'm hearing it's time to invest in creating a change for a better place, because for too long a lot has been hidden. The truth about the woman, feeling like she don't have a place in this world. She don't have an equal say, an equal place, an equal position. Her tree should be just as fruitful and abundant as the masculine's tree. She waters his tree, but she can't water her own, because the man has no true love for the woman. A lot of men suffer from pains from their mothers. And you know why that is? Because if that mother was harmed in any kind of way, that child in that womb suffered, that picked up like a sponge. When a woman is pregnant, that is when she is at her most delicate point. That's when everything she feels, everything she experiences, who do you think envelops that? The child in that womb. That's why they're calling for the divine feminists, for all divine feminists. Those of you who have done your work, those of you who have healed, those of you who know better. They're calling for you to heal. Because when you have sorrow, like I said, when you're in sorrow, everything that you've experienced is passed on to your children. It crosses over to your children. Y'all don't believe me? Go look this shit up. When a woman is connected to a child, she's connected through the umbilical cord. Everything the woman eats, drinks, experiences goes through that cord. If a woman is not being taken care of properly while pregnant, all that is being transferred back to the child. That's why they're calling for a healing, because and calling mostly important for the women, because the energy is too low on this planet. If you look, you can look on any TV channel. Any TV channel. Look out your front door. What do you see? What do you see? Be honest. You see a motherfucker's off balance. Serious. I mean, they off balance. Because the men are not protecting the women. The men are not. They stubborn. They don't want to take care of the woman. They don't want to provide for the woman. They don't want to nurture the woman. They don't want to be loyal to the woman. They don't want to be none of that. They want to be selfish and greedy and stubborn and cold-hearted towards the woman, when it's the woman who brought them through the portal. Even if you didn't get to grow up with your mom, a lot of y'all had women in your lives. Maybe they wasn't the best woman in your life, but now what you're hearing from coming out my mouth today, I challenge you to heal whatever pain you have with that woman of your past. Any woman of your past. So that we can have a brighter future. so that the woman and the children can lead the way of the future. It's very important. I noticed my mom, I suffered some of her ways of being. And these are things he had never taught me. But I'm realizing who they come from, because after I started doing my healing, I knew it didn't come from my father. So it had to come from my mother. And the reason why it came from my mother is because I was in her womb when she was experiencing a low time in her life. And if any other mom has experienced that child, like they say, children are sponges. They ain't just start when they would start being sponges because they came out your womb. They're a sponge from the day that you conceived them. So whatever you're in your DNA, every time you take a hit or a blow in your energy field, guess what? That baby absorbs it. And then guess what? That baby grow up with these same ailments that the mother had. And then you wonder why the child's like, well, why the child acting like it? Well, it can't help it. It absorbed the pain of its mother. That's why we have to heal. You have to heal your wounds. You have to heal your heart. You have to heal your minds. If you can't heal your heart and heal your minds, I mean, you can. You gotta want to. Fuck that. You gotta want to. You gotta want to do better. You gotta want to be better. Think about it. I'm gonna give y'all a time period. When crack hit the scene. Before crack hit the scene, the world was okay, you know? But when crack hit the scene, and these mothers start doing crack, a lot of these children nowadays, from that era, don't take care of their children. They're not present in their children's lives, okay? This is a pattern that they learn from within the womb. And it has to start now. If you're a woman and you're pregnant, it is very important that you stay away from low vibrational negative ass energy. It is important that you stay in high vibration so that you pass that high vibration to that child so we can raise the vibration of this planet. Long as we keep having low vibrational children on this earth, it's going to keep the balance off. And you got to teach your children. You got to raise them up right. Women just having children just to be having children, to keep a man. Or to feel like somebody loved them. There's 1,000 reasons why women have children. Unhealed women. Some of them have them for money. Some of them have them because they don't have nobody. Some of them have them because they had no choice in the matter. They was raped. At some point, we got to start the healing process. We got to start choosing to break the cycles. If you're a cycle breaker, hit that like button. I know I'm one. Break the cycle. Somebody got to break the cycle. Who's going to decide to say, hey, I choose today not to live like my forefathers did, to lie, hide the truth, to degrade another being because I don't want it to be powerful than me. Who's going to be a cycle breaker? You choose to be a cycle breaker today, hit that like button. Then I know there's people out there that really give a fuck about what's going on in this world. About all the chaos and the destruction, the wars, all this greed. You can't even go find you a 2-bedroom home with a decent price without having to break the damn bank. You can't go in the grocery store and buy your family a meal without having to break the bank. And if you got money, if you ain't got money, then you got to rely on government assistance. And then, when you're on government assistance, you ain't got no privacy because now everybody want to know your goddamn business. Who gonna break a cycle today? I got 6. Thank you. Thank you. Don't stop. Keep breaking the motherfucking cycles. Heal your dysfunction in your families. Even if you poor and you ain't got nothing, I'd rather be poor and not have shit. Long as I know I got love in my heart and I ain't hurting nobody. That everybody around me broke, poor and fucked up and happy. Than to be greedy and miserable. Are you a cycle breaker? I hope that you are. Everybody can choose to be one. It's not limited to just divine beings. Everyone can stand the fuck up and say, today I'm breaking some cycle that I grew up with. Whether it's crack cocaine addiction, alcohol addiction, rape, dysfunction, lying, cheating, stealing. Which cycle do you choose to break today? Hate, disrespect. Who choose to break a cycle? I wasn't even picking up this deck, y'all. I picked up this deck. Look at the bottom. Divine fucking feminine. The mother is the first teacher. Do you see the child in the womb? The empress is the mother. The grandmother. Do you choose life? Do you choose to restore the life in your womb? Do you choose to open back up the love so that there be more growth instead of destruction? It starts with the mothers. And the mothers need the man to support her, to put her back in her fucking throne. And I ain't talking about, when I say put her back on her throne, I ain't saying coddle her. I'm not saying handicap her. I'm saying uplift her. Love her. Support her. If you see one that don't know better, teach her. Not misuse, manipulate, lie, abuse, and treat her as a sex object. Lights out on that shit. Come on through, Steve. They said lights out on that shit. whoremongering and shit. Spirit, what y'all got to say? Ancestors ain't playing, y'all. Start paying attention to the world, how the people acting around you. You start seeing a lot of chaos and shit around you, more than normal, that's because some ancestors wreaking havoc. If you start seeing good shit around you, that's because you're being divinely guided and divinely protected. You know how you live it based on what's going on around you. Time to look in the mirror. Time to look in the mirrors. They want me to pull it. No. Hmm. 154. Be yourself. No base. Imitator of another, but your best self. There is something that you can do better than any other. Listen to the inward voice and bravely obey that. How wonderful you picked this card. Now you can look at your own beautiful, unique faces and receive a wonderful gift from yourself. There are questions for you below. Be open to possibility that each time you pick this card, or it chooses you, the answer that arises will be different. And why shouldn't they be? You are forever evolving mysteries, a wisdom keeper in progress. Enjoy your own company. And remember, you are a gift to yourself and to this world. What would you say is your greatest gift at this moment in your life? What fear do you struggle with most? How does it impact the way you think, feel, act? How does your fear keep you from exploring, embracing, and expressing your gifts? Think of a time in your life when you felt filled with spirit or emptied to your small self. Where were you? Who were you with? How can you reconnect with that experience now? Look in the mirror. Keep looking into your eyes. Notice the thoughts that waft through. Do you find your mind making judgments, getting distracted, asking questions? Do strong feelings come up? Allow for them if you can. Do you feel nothing? Allow for that too. Whatever you're noticing, whatever is happening, embrace it. Spirit, cut the light out. Thank you, Spirit. Let you be okay. Tell your own stories in your journal. Feel free to add it. Feel free to add it to it over time. Indulge struggles. Indulge significant relationships and turning points. Share the moments in your story when fear won, when love won. Where are you in the story now? Are you at the beginning, the turning point? What is winning in the story right now? Fear or love? Doubt or trust? That might actually change the storyline completely. You are the gift. Choose to be the cycle breaker. Thank you, Spirit. What else do y'all like to say? Thank you, Spirit. Experiments, manipulations of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, arrogance. We are concerned. We are concerned that we are seeing the errors of pride, hubris, arrogance, repeating themselves in this time. We are concerned that the tremble experiments that occur in Atlantis and the Lemurians were modified against their will. Were being repeated. Against their will are being repeated. We are concerned. We see you taking the cells of one form and attaching them to another, stitching life forms without choice to each other, and breeding forms you think will be useful, introducing species into environments, mutilating and twisting, and ultimately hurting creatures and yourselves and this planet. Power and enslavement are these experiments on animals, on sea creatures who are hunted, on people to change their shapes, to look as though they do not age, to enlarge a body part, and to carve away another. What is it you're doing? Why? We call on you now to understand your own beauty and the perfection of all that is in nature. Stop the cruelty. Ask yourselves. Look around. Empathize. Or will you do it all again? Will you change the very nature of the world because you thought your arrogant quest was noble? Our tears fall unnoticed into the ocean, and you continue. But not you who received this card. You have spoken up, and we know you will, just by self-love, kindness to animals and sea creatures, and activism, bringing about change through your compassionate actions. Thank you. You're welcome. Looking into GM food, cosmetics, products, and food sources developed with genetic manipulation and experimentation. All experiments are not bad, but many are cruel. We humans use other creatures for their own selfish purpose. They lose their very part of themselves that is most beautiful and noble. Many claim ignorance or have been persuaded that experimenting on animals is necessary for human health and well-being. You are now awakening and seeing the connections between all life forms. You are awakening to the wrongness of seeking to understand something by taking it apart, and most often without consent. Separating families, tribes, colonies of creatures for a purpose that are selfish and cruel. This took place in Atlantis, and the mermaids withstand this. With the creatures of the Lemuria and the animals who are often torn apart on tables as they were unable to feel. We need to step in, all of us, and change it. It is happening again. That is why we're talking to you now. A guide, mentor, all trustworthy allies. When we're working with spirit guides, we have noticed you are often encouraged by your spiritual teachers to hand over your trust and your own guided systems to these individual gurus. In some cases, this can be worthwhile. In others, their very best guides are those who create strength within you and who never seek to overtake your own willpower and your own mindsets. We are encouraging you to ask questions, observe, and to examine the suggestions and the insights they offer. They are quality guides, and these are ones who may not be a good frequency match for you. And we mermaids have seen too often people become overwhelmed and drowned by their capacity to give their complete trust away. Even when most, even we must sometimes check in and discuss with others, for we so often trust more willingly than is wise. Now that your guides, know that your guides may not be in agreement with you, that truly, like the ocean and her strength and her tides and currents and rips and waves, she or he may challenge you greatly. But it is often through these challenges that you are taught. Simply be sure you are not feeding off your energy or overwhelming your own energy fields and your own mental, emotional, and spiritual independence. Check in with how you feel after each message or session with a guide. And when in doubt, take time out. We will help you. If you wish, by leading one to you. Hold on. We will help you if you wish by leading one to you via water, via your emotions. And speaking of water, always acknowledge your emotional response. When they come, and once there is trust, they can guide you to us. A Lamarina to Atlantis, to beautiful, wise, and the many other water worlds. There is magic of guidance. This card appearance in this reading for you heralds an arrival of one who you can trust. A spirit guide wishes to make healing contact with you. They are extremely loving, helpful, and they have personalities. They have personality. They are like cool, clear water, unconditional loving, warm, and helpful in matters of adaptation and improvement in your human experience. They relate to you. Be ready for your psychic abilities to be similarly changed. You may find yourself discarding baggage in the form of belief systems that are overcomplicated or powerful oriented. You will find all the stimulation you need in simplicity, and yet you will be more awake than ever intellectually. You are more grounded, enriched, and truly yourself than ever before. As you develop your relationship with your guides, be aware that others may find it strange. Always check in. Your guides may be with you for a long time, forever, or for a short time. Never become so absorbed in your guide's reality that you neglect your home. True guides True guides bring us into deeper relationships with the planet, with the oceans, and their beings, and make us wish to live more deeply here. They fully assist and support our connections. They never ask us to leave or encourages us to have those thoughts of departure before our time has been fulfilled. They will bring us to the now strongly and assist us in knowing the past with less and less attachment. They are profoundly healing and awakening our energies to the extreme vital level till we feel we are overflowing with love. Beauty, grace, loveliness, integrity of form and spirit. Beauty, the sensing of something deeply harmonious and pleasing to the eye and to the soul, is a form of great divinity. Beauty in some ways is considered to be an artifice, something that can be approximated and conjured through makeup, hairstyles, behaviors, and other forms of camouflage and coverage. But true, deep beauty, such as the kind of mermaids know and see, is the kind of emanates. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Excuse me. Yeah, that's what it was. Emanates out from a soul that knows itself. Beauty is not an illusion, but an emanation from the soul that shines out. And to wish to be beautiful, to wish to have this said of oneself, is simply the yearning for the soul's perfection to be acknowledged. Humans are also present very narrow. Humans are also at present very narrow in their definition of beauty, for there is also beauty in our aged ones, in their white hair and tired eyes. There is beauty in symmetry. I'm not saying it right. Of injuries and irregular. Help me spit. My tongue getting tired. Irregularities of form that befall so many. If this card has come to you, it is time for you to understand that your own beauty must be acknowledged and tended to, not with the unseen eyes of a culture that wishes to sell you the fear that your form is imperfect, or make a culture of neurotics who fear being rejected for their lack of youth and shiny hair. This beauty is deeper. Excuse me. It also is enhanced and becomes your own true self. It is to be as healthy and as well as you can be at this moment. It is to speak not only words that may be true, but words which are also kind and graceful, nourishing to the souls of others, supportive of their potential and their own beauty. Beauty cannot be separated from appearance, but the way in which you regard yourself yourself will immediately impact upon those who regard you. If you do not regard yourself with eyes that can see your own beauty, that beauty may well go unseen by so many others. Others, even our young and undeniably beauteous ones, I can't say that right. Beauteous. Oh, my tongue get tired. Ones are often unable to see their own form as lovely. Always we teach them to find fault and then spend their energy fixing themselves, when all the while there was a far greater task for them. If you have received this card, make every act of self-regard one in which you can see your beauty. Undertake your beauty rituals with intent and great importance and care. and acknowledge the beauty that has longed to shine out of you. The tools of mermaids have been gifted with are also our gifts to you. Our comb, our comb represents the precious and sacred nature of caring for your physical selves. And acknowledge that your bodies deserve time and reverence. There in the ritualistic element to all beauty routines that you can uplift without the mundane and chemical world, and into a sacred making of your bodies and honored temples, which you love and respect and demonstrate gratitude for. By honoring your body, you honor the most deeply your soul and the spark of life itself. Ashe. It is time to tell yourself of your beauty. It is time to care for your beauty, to undertake rituals for skin and the hair and the teeth, but ones which enhance your own unique self. It is time to use pure natural products. It is time to create of your form. It is time to create of your form that which you feel to be pure expression of your own self. For within that self lies the beauty of you. Well, I can't see. I can't see. I can see. Alright, it says earthly, spiritually, community, ocean, conversations. Do you know of this place? A place where the mother of all was loved and reversed, where you were at one with the land, sea, and the skies. This place and is Lumera, and you are connecting with her energy now. Lumera was and is a tropical paradise that was home to millions of beings who grew and developed out of this planet's earth and oceans, evolving from sea beings into beings of land, sea, and sky, and many of them today still able to genetically tap into these ancient memories. Places where Lemurians remnants exist today are many. They are practically dotted throughout the vast oceans known as the Pacific, which translate as peaceful. Throughout much of Malaysia, Micronesia, and Polynesia, we can find these energies in pockets that are so strong. They are almost like stepping into another world. The energy varies from island to island, from the bare masculine energy of New Zealand to the feminine lush energy of Phi Phi in Thailand. The Lemurians were and still are peaceful tribal people who are advocates of mature responsibility and caring. Their nature was and is social, not in a sense of wanting to be around people all the time, but in terms of community. Lemurians' communities were originally developed so that each person had another they could rely on and be helped by everything as everything was used, as everything was exchanged by barter, as each person had something to offer. The Lemurians thrived and lived on the earth that was peaceful and bountiful. Vegetables and fish were the prominent diet, and many Lemurians were purely vegetarians. Their DNA strands were fully active. They could shapeshift and see far into time. Lemurians were balanced beings, in-betweeners. If you like, they were not competitive, nor were they interested in definition of difference. They nevertheless delighted in the diversity. This is the energy influencing you right now. A time of sharing responsibility and pleasure, meaningful gatherings with codes and ethics, enjoying a time of great good health and of close and nurturing friendships that respect individual boundaries and choices. Life for a time becomes very simple. Seasonal eating, building non-permanent homes, living outdoors for as much as time possible, an ability to work with sunlight and moonlight extremely effective without becoming weird, as we are often by moonlight, or become burnt and dehydrated as we can be by sunlight. We still need both, feeling less and less connected to the mainstream and more connected to the oceans and the earth. This is not a cliche of being a hippie. This feels now like a valid choice and a way forward in the world that worships such false idols as money, celebrity, and fame for its own sake. All right, Spirit. Closing messages, please. Thank you. Resilience, rise above the tribulations. This card encourages you to endure and withstand stress and recover quickly from life changes, misdeeds, or a bad ordeal. This is also about facing life's adversities with courage and patience in such a way that you come through it unscathed, better and stronger for the experience. It also means to the recovery from an illness or being rejected by a loved one. This takes compassion, determination, and strength that will not be defeated. The resilience of a human spirit and the vitality of love inhabits us to rise above our tribulations and to fly again. Accept your reality in a positive light and make it good. Mantra. I have the strength to quickly rise above my problems. Celebration. Let go and have fun. Now is the time to celebrate a special event and have some fun. Get ready for a party, wedding, graduation, a job promotion, or festivities. This is a time to celebrate and be joyful. This is a special moment to spend with family and friends in a positive, uplifting environment. Let go of worry and doubt and focus on the abundance available to you right now. Eat, drink, dance, be merry, and enjoy the pleasures and memories that these special occasions bring. Mantra: I enjoy special moments with my loved ones and friends. I'll show y'all. Peace.